Have you ever been self-aware? Like you know exactly what's happening around you and that the very character that is yourself is acting the way that they're acting? Did it ever separate you from the crowd? Give you enough confidence that you might not be or think like all the others because you're different? Like it added a cloak of confidence and mystique to your own character and self in a way. I bet it did. Bet you felt cool. I mean, you are pretty cool for that because you're just so different and cool and too different for anybody to catch on to, right? Am I right? Am I right? Have you ever, did it ever feel like too much? Like, don't get me wrong, at first you thought it was quirky and a little cool, but now you have thoughts about thoughts themselves that trickle down into how you do everyday tasks to the point where you can't do them without directly thinking about if you're doing that thing correctly or not, or if the path that you're going down in this life is a correct within itself one, or if it'll all just be a waste. Look, I can't speak for you, but I can speak for me. And I don't know a lot of people like me, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, but sometimes, all the time, what you think can literally make you feel like it's the end of the world, or that you just can't think correctly. Your mind is messed up. I've tried so many ways to fix it, trying to deal with it, and I think the best way I ever dealt with it ruined my life. Fuck. I created a future self plan a few months ago just out of spite for how little my younger self accomplished. It was at this time when I'd really believe I'd do the fucking craziest things that I just imagined and put on paper. Everything, I wrote it down and I believed that one day I would do it. The craziest shit you could imagine. I studied books and techniques and everything, not to only make myself get back on track mentally, but to make me dream big and think far. So being a filmmaker and a content creator and all this shit just starting off for me, it was great. It was actually incredible to have this version of me that I could just see so far out in the future and try to chase. Bro, he almost seemed like a god to me, you know, like my future self, and I had this whole plan for how I wanted to chase it and who that person was, and I was trying to be him now. That was the whole goal ultimately through doing that. All these unimaginable things to the outside eye that you'd begin to imagine. That's what my mindset was. Oh, what was it you asked? Invisible viewer that I can't see? Well, I'm not gonna share every single thing that I can. Big ass physique, I'll become a millionaire for filmmaking, compete in a bodybuilding competition, dance in Mary Monarch, become handsome. I did this one already. Like a whole list, just like a whole bucket list of shit, and I was like, yeah, bitch. Quick location change, but yes, this whole future self list that I made, it just kept piling up day after day. And the more days that went by, the more I believed it. I was like, holy shit. I was so stoked all the time and I was hyping myself up. And nobody knew why. Me, Lil GK, fresh out of high school, changed mentally so much in such a short amount of time. No outside circumstances changed shit, but my mental was changed. And I was just hyped about all these things that I wrote down, and I was focused. And I believed in my new life as if I had it already. Crazy shit. Like some days I got knots in my stomach from the amount of excitement I was getting. Like knowing that this plan that changes the world, changes myself in my mind. Having my whole biography laid out there, the craziest dreams I could imagine, that they're all real. And it all stemmed from me, this little fucking 19-year-old kid. Did I learn the basics of what the very start of that would require? Hell no. Talking to me like I'm some sort of fucking filmmaker or something. Like that's my responsibility. No, don't click unsubscribe. Wait. It doesn't matter, just dream big. Just dream big, because you'll make it. You'll manifest it. And get the impression that as soon as you start chasing it, it'll instantly come to you, because that's just how things in the real world work. It was meant to happen that way. If anybody tells you different, they're wrong. They haven't worked for shit in their life. We're not working, we're manifesting. You'll get it because you were meant for it, not because you work for it. You don't have to put in action, stupid. The key is just believe in it and don't worry for it, because all the books that I read, that's what they say. The universal law says that it has to happen. So just think about it, believe it, and then wait, right? Just wait for it. There's no way that it couldn't happen. And then none of that happened. You know, at this time I was working at a movie theater and my plan was to save all the money that I could. What's your reaction to this article?
Well, I'm still trying to figure out what's going on in Wisconsin. Like, I see abortion, and
there's somebody in Wisconsin.
No, but look, it says anti-abortion Wisconsin lawmakers.
And my plan was to save all the money that I could and put all of it towards decking out what was technically my first camera that I got last Christmas, gifted to me by my parents, the iPhone 14. Yes, yeah, what are you talking about? Yes, it is a camera actually. If it wasn't a camera, they wouldn't be selling lens and more lens and more lens and an extra lens and a gimbal Yeah, but anyway, I saved about like 2,000 buckaroonies and I invested into everything. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, and I didn't know how to use shit. Gimbals or a stabilizer, light reflectors, my Rode mic, which I love and still use whenever I get the chance, my phone tripod, and pretty much anything in between. I made a plan. I had
goddamn plan! I ain't got a final plan yet.
I'm gonna use short films and YouTube as my opportunity to quit and apply all my time into working and monetizing those as soon as all my money's been invested into that film equipment. I'll have everything I need, I was thinking. Then I could just buy an online course to teach me how to do film, learn how to do freelance. Bro, I was like, I'll be stacking bread, shooting weddings, music videos, what the fuck ever. I am ready for this shit. Call me the iPhone man. Fuck, I am ready for this shit, dude. So I brace. And I quit. And I think the first step of my self-made destiny, I can't believe it. I'm free of the 9 to 5. Nobody can tell me shit. iPhone weddings, here we come. First month out, I'm sticking to my schedule every day I would have been working, right? I'm grinding. What, grinding making videos? No, I can't do that. Are you stupid? Grinding learning how to make those videos. Grinding note-taking. How dare you tell me to practice making a video after I just bought all this video equipment worth thousands of dollars? I'm not gonna practice that. But I will tell myself I'm productive. Like, how could I not be? I'm going to the gym, I'm meditating, I'm doing chores, and I'm banging all this shit out and taking these notes on filmmaking. I am progressing. What is that called? The mental preparation before you actually do this shit. That's what I'm thinking. Relax. I got this shit in the bag. I can feel myself getting closer to a video gig. I just need to prep a little bit more so I don't, embarrass myself in front of the client and don't know what I'm doing at all. And I'm taking these notes on the next concept of whatever YouTube video I want to make and work on later on. Put it out? Put the video out? What do you mean put the video out? No, it's not ready yet. Chill. I just gotta learn more. Let me research some more. My time will come. Just wait for it, alright? It's in the plan. Just wait for it. A month goes by with the same ideology, same philosophy. I'm still a little bit hyped, but, there's a little less motivation now when less results are showing, but, I'm gonna pull through. It just is what it is for now. But stick on route, stay on plan. I just gotta keep getting better and better in the background in my practice so that I can just pop out with everything perfect in my workflow. So another month goes by and it's slower mentally. I'm not really feeling like doing my shit. Yeah, I'm still doing the notes, but there's no results. Another month goes by. My good friend, he offers me this job, right? Let's just say it was a lot better than my last job, but I know I'm not gonna take it. Who the fuck do I look like banking on my own success and making this whole entire future plan and telling myself that I'm gonna get rich off of freelance and freelance only, and then I take a job? I really despise people who don't stick to their words like that when they say they will do one thing and then they promise their whole life savings on it and then they go ahead and act like they're the best thing. I took the job. Needless to say, this mindset of being the one above all while working a job, it wore on me because it's like my biggest future person self-ego is the person that I'm trying to be, while reality is what I'm currently doing, or at that time what I was doing. On the creative side now, when I go back home after work, I'm so tired I don't even want to work on my creative projects. It feels like tasks already, and I haven't even taken the first step. It was so weird. My creative stuff, my YouTube stuff, directed by GK, my short film, my scripts, everything that I was working on, it started to feel like more work than work. To be honest, it's kind of been like that for a little while now. Even with bringing new projects in, finished my first short film, helped on a couple sets, beautiful, amazing opportunities I'm very thankful for, and I got to learn a lot of stuff. But if I'm not present, if I'm just really not attached to what I'm doing, it's like, what's the point, So I know I can't bullshit my deep, beautiful, intelligent mind of GK, right? But really looking back, all these days that were spent, weeks, months, just prepping, acting like I was doing something when I was just scared. They were spent purely in my own undeserved fear and in guilt for whatever reason. All this stupid bullshit was take me down a silly, unnecessary road, led by ego, not action. And all of that to say, I was trying to prep for the big things and even the small things. And I made it feel like it was life or death. It has to follow this big plan. But I could have just, been enjoying and learning the shit through trial and error. Just making a ton of shitty videos that I genuinely like throughout the year. I don't know, filmed on my iPhone or my fucking GoPro. Like even this video, I waited to film this video after I got my first professional camera. I mean, this thing is my baby. I love it with all my heart, but still, it shows this is the effects of procrastination personified in a beautiful, lovely man. If I could just have mustered up enough courage to make one video idea that I genuinely liked, a whole year has gone by because I couldn't get out of my own head and just make. To sum it up for you, young viewer, you cannot run before you crawl. And if you can, you did not earn it. I cannot direct a feature film if I haven't made a short film. And no amount of self-validating affirmations can make you feel as confident in your ability, in your craft, as you being able to do your craft will. And none of these bleak, faraway dreams can compare to your feelings and connections you made when you didn't have an idea of what you were supposed to be doing, but you made something. You made something out of nothing, whether you like it or not. Something that the world has never seen before. Isn't that crazy? All you had to do was focus on how to push that pedal forward just a little bit. You did that. Did you do that? The things we learn, the opportunities we get as you do it more in situations that seem outlandish but are exclusive to you, almost random. Moments we can share as stories, as a whatever you are, sharing with your friends, your celebrations, your personal lows and your highs. Just letting times be instead of waiting for time to bend to your will. It'll be better than any validation, instant ramen future you could ever use to try and get another shortcut. Now, if you excuse me, I'm gonna start heading out. We've actually been at this therapy session going on for about the past
12 minutes and 24 seconds.
And I know you're not gonna pay. You never pay for these damn appointments, so it's on me for even empathizing. You broke, poor person. Yeah, I got better things to do actually. I'm gonna sit here and plan my next 20 directed by GK videos, planning in advance. Successful people shit, nothing you know anything about. Maybe I'll do some affirmations later, make a vision board. That actually sounds pretty good. Anybody got a pen and a paper? Yep. 10 cars by 20 years old, 3 Latino, $1 trillion business, cold shower, Hustlers University.